Welcome back. Another episode of Couch Co-op, episode 11. And on me on the couch again, oddly enough, Jared, Ron, and Justin.
Just like last week.
Wow, that's so bizarre.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. And today we're just shooting the shit. All right. So. Anyway, what even that even means. Oh, and Aaron's here too.
Hi.
Aaron,
He's kind of hiding in the corner.
Aaron. Hi. So what's everybody? Who wants to go first?
Let's start at this end of the couch. What have you been playing,
Justin? Let me guess. Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto Online?
Grand Theft Auto, strip clubs,
Hey. Has anybody became friends with any particular Grand Theft Auto character lately?
What?
On Facebook?
Oh, is that who that fucking was?
I was that the entire time on
That's what I thought. I kind of thought that's who that was. It's like Juliet something, but it's like, I don't know who the fuck this is.
Dude, me and Alex love Grand Theft Auto so much, we created Facebook pages for our characters.
That's almost worse than PlayStation Home or Second
So
Life.
Alex is like, I'm still working on getting the password set up because we want.
Oh, that's Alex's?
Yeah, because apparently you can't have fake people can't have Facebook accounts. Facebook will cancel that, so we have to like set up certain emails, and I'm still trying to do that.
You just incriminated yourself. I'm gonna send this to Facebook.
Anyways, yes, I'm still playing Grand Theft Auto, and I'm.
So you guys just like get in a room together and just like make Grand Theft Auto love?
No, because we're sisters.
Your sisters. Oh,
yes.
so
And the
Bonnie and Bonnie?
sisters can't make love?
yeah, in your world they can. But,
what?
yeah.
Wow.
But anyways, yeah, I'm sorry to say that's what I'm playing. I have 2 games that I on the list to play is Saboteur and
You got to get on that.
Brutal Legend. Yes,
Yes,
you talked about you wanted everybody to play that game so that we could do a show just on it, and so and it's right when I'm going to put it in, it's just like
Alex,
think about all
Alex
the things
calls you up. It's like, hey sister, what's going on, sister? It's like, let's go play in our cars. All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, and you were...
I wish you would never ask me that question because I feel like an idiot. Like, I'm sorry, people. That's all I ever played.
One of the games you were most looking forward to was Ninja Gaiden Yaiba.
Is that out now?
That came out
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's out.
He's too involved.
You're too involved.
He's too involved.
Yeah. And Strider, you didn't like.
No, I did not like that.
Okay.
The demo.
Yeah, the
I
demo.
was disappointed.
Ron, what have you been playing? You playing anything?
Yeah, I play nearly every day, but I'm kind of lame as well. Between work and school, I do a lot of first-person shooters. So Battlefield is the one that I play the most, even though I hate EA for releasing a broken fucking game.
They do that a lot.
Because you got it on the PS4?
That's
Yeah.
the card.
Well, it's broken on everything, though.
Yeah, it is. It's
broken everywhere.
bad. It's bad. So I have a lot of fun with it. I've got a buddy who moved back to the Midwest, and that's kind of where we spend our time together. And my brothers and I play. So that's the cool thing about the first-person shooters for me is, I've got these people who are not near me.
It must not be so broken that you can't play it, though.
Right.
There's enough joy in it between the heartache?
It's rough. It's a rough relationship. I say that. Oh, but they're making some improvements. They have some issues with the net code or something where bullets don't hit the way they should and things like that. It's just not as good as Battlefield 3 was, and I've even went back and played Battlefield 3, and it's a far better game as far as just how refined it is. And
they're just trying to go up against Call of Duty, basically.
Yep, they had to get it released. They had to get it out the door, ready for the new consoles, and
it's too bad too because DICE had to pretty much put everything else they were going to want to work on hold to fix this broken game of theirs because they're talking about New Mirror's Edge and then Star Wars Battlefront.
Right.
So it's like all these like really awesome games that people want to, and then they're stuck having to fix Battlefield. So it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
How you liking the PS4 though?
I love it.
Love it.
Yeah, I love it. I still need to get a couple games. I almost picked up Madden today, but I didn't quite do it. But yeah, I love it. It's great. I made the swap from Xbox.
How's Netflix on PS4? Is it good?
He was mentioning that.
I don't think the app's out yet. Is
Yeah,
it?
I have it.
The YouTube app is.
YouTube's
YouTube.
not out.
Okay.
Okay, that's
yeah, I'm
what
like,
it is.
what are you talking about?
All right, that's right. I think Netflix is supposed to be better than.
It works great.
Anyway,
Yeah, it's got the newer interface and everything.
Yeah.
But I made the jump because Microsoft we had all those plans with the DRM and always on the internet 24/7, and at that point I was already kind of teetering, and then that just pushed me over the edge. And they've changed that around, but I still went for it.
For now,
their games are still at 720, so. most of them. So
Oh.
Yeah,
that issue.
yeah. Well, the
I gotta get a little jab. in
Yeah,
there.
well,
Go ahead.
first generation games, hopefully.
It'll always be the Xbox
Yeah.
720.
Oh.
Like, really? No, anyway.
Like, actually,
Jared, what have you been playing?
I got Infamous Second Son for my
Oh.
PS4, and I love the game. It's been
I wanna pick
so fantastic. The graphics have been blowing me away. Last night when I was playing, I finally got the neon skill, and that's so cool. I can't wait to upgrade all the skills because
Is that like the last? That's like the last skill.
No, I've heard there's more. Everybody on the podcast are just trying to keep it on the low because they're like,
Because it's
kind
supposed to
of
be one. You
secret.
get,
And,
it's supposed to be one you get at the very end. It's like super awesome.
yeah, I keep hearing rumors about certain ones, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. I am okay with nobody ruining that for me because I actually want to go through it myself.
Right.
I mean, most of the game is just so enjoyable. I haven't really been going through the story. I'm just going through the city, collecting everything, and doing all the side missions before I even do the quest. I mean, I'm probably 8 to 10 hours into it, and so far I just got the the neon skill, and I think you could probably get that within a couple hours of playing the game, if even that, you know. So I've been taking my time with it. It's just such a wonderful thing to look at.
How about the boss battles?
So far, it's not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, I
I've
mean,
heard some
the only-
negative things about the boss
The
battles.
only ones that I've done are for the smoke skill you get at the beginning, and then of course the neon skill.
All right.
And that battle was pretty fun.
Cool.
Yeah, I haven't had one complaint about the game. Everything's been great.
Aaron, have you been playing anything down there?
I have actually. I've been playing the new HD remake of Final Fantasy X 10-2. I'm only on the 10 side of it, and I don't know if I'm gonna play 10-2. But graphics wise, they blew me away. Gameplay was just exactly as I remember. The only problem I have with the game is the lip syncing with the voices. It's literally like watching a old Enter the Dragon Kung Fu 70s.
I would say it's
movie.
worse. Actually, we were there at
pretty
game night at
terrible.
his place, and he was playing it. It was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad.
It was like that originally, though. They didn't change
Yeah,
the
but-
mouth animations from the Japanese translation. They just kind of dubbed over it and left it
but-
as is.
Yeah, but with the PlayStation 2, you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't good enough graphics, but they updated with the PS3 graphics, which, beautiful, yes, but it's like, oh my god, this is ridiculous.
That's got to be hard to get over.
Yeah. In the olden days. Well, in the last episode, I was just bitching about sequels of Final Fantasy games, and you don't want to play 10-2. Did you complete it originally?
I played the demo. That's what made me not want to play the...
Yeah, I played the demo as well, and I wanted to punch it.
That's exactly how
I didn't
felt.
like it.
That's exactly how I felt.
All right. Well, let's see.
What about you?
PlayStation Home,
Yeah.
and that's it. All right. Sweet.
Oh, come on. You played with the Darkness, too. You played the crap out of that.
I'm still playing the Play Crap. I beat it and I played it. No one cares about that when I play though. So one of the things we like to do is kind of our.
Oh, and his favorite game is Metal Gear Solid
Yeah.
2, and he loves talking about that, too. Why is it your favorite game?
I guess you have to listen to the podcast. Anyway, so we're doing this when new people on or haven't talked about it yet. We're doing like video game origins, like how you got into gaming or what was your first console and what, you know. Which one of you guys wants to go first? Since you guys are
I'll go
all like
first.
new to this.
Sure.
All right, go.
I had a younger cousin who had one of the original like Magnavox Odysseys, so that's kind of my first
The
my
one
first
with the
introduction to it.
placards that you put on the TV.
Yeah, it was crazy old
That's
shit.
awesome.
And then I had a neighbor that had an NES with Mario Brothers, and that of course was just blew me away. And then I ended up I was probably 6 or 7, got my first NES and got Legend of Zelda. Talked about that. Super Mario Brothers, and then Gyromite and Duck Hunt had all 4 of them. So that's
Gyromite.
pretty good package
You had
there.
Rob the robot there.
Oh yes, I did. And that was a neat little contraption. I
It
think.
was
I mean,
cool.
it was a little gimmicky, but it
Yeah.
worked.
Ron always
Nintendo's always about
Ron always
gimmicks.
had all the latest stuff. He'd be like one of those households you go to and he's got a Game Gear now, or he's got this, or Ron always had all the toys.
Yeah, I had most of them here and there. Yeah, but I'm a diehard Nintendo guy. Although we've talked about, I'm kind of disappointed with where they're at now, and hope they change some direction. But
Did you have a Virtual Boy?
no, did not.
No.
Can't have everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I
Alright.
think that was only
So almost
available
everything.
for a short amount of time. But
Yeah.
no, I had most consoles. I had.
Yeah.
Do you keep them, or have you gotten rid of
I've
most
gotten
of
rid
them?
of most of them. Yeah.
Do you have any of that old stuff at all, or just
I have an old Atari 2600.
that's about it, though?
Yeah. I've got an SNES. Got a bunch of old NES games that I never got rid of.
Do you emulate that stuff? Do you play it still, or you just like you don't care anymore?
I would like to get it together and do some emulating with it, but not at the moment. No.
Justin,
I have plans.
Oh, Justin.
Yeah, well, I love telling the story about how I got into video games. Just like you, I had a friend or a family member that had an Atari 2600, and so I asked my mom for that for Christmas. Well, apparently, Atari and Nintendo were very popular at this time. It was like 1985. So the only thing that they had was a Sega Master System. So that's what my mom
I
bought
had
me
one
for
of those.
Christmas. And this is going to sound selfish, but I was actually really disappointed on Christmas when I opened it up and I didn't get an Atari.
Oh.
Because I hadn't played a Nintendo Entertainment System yet. So I thought the Atari was the shit. Little did I know that Nintendo was actually the shit. So I had the Sega Master System, but it was awesome. And I loved the fact that I was the only kid in the neighborhood that had one, because then that Christmas every kid pretty much got a Nintendo in the neighborhood. But once I started playing Nintendo games, then it was kind of like about a year after having the Sega Master System, I was like, yo, Mom, this Christmas, Santa's going to get the NES. And then it was pretty much, I was hooked on, Video games were fun with the Sega Master System, but once I got into Nintendo, then Excite Bike, Punch
Yeah.
Out.
The games were just so much better.
Super,
A lot
yeah.
of classics.
And the fact that all your friends had the games and you would
Games,
trade them
trade,
with each
yeah.
other. Yeah, and it just was, those summers when I was a kid, it's like,
Playing on your little 13-inch TV, sitting on the floor, like right in front of you.
Yeah.
The cords were only like 3 foot long for the
yeah.
controllers.
Now, Ninja Gaiden. I remember watching the intro to Ninja Gaiden, and you'd see the ninjas like
Oh,
running
yeah.
like on their toes, and so we used to think like if you run on your toes, you'd run a lot faster. So me and my friends would go out. And some people say,
I'd like to see this.
yeah. So and then
Twinkle Toes Justin.
yeah, but then pretty much for me, I started getting into video games. Like I started knowing about it. So when the Sega Genesis came out, then that I moved to that. Then Super Nintendo came out. Then I moved to that. Then PlayStation came out. I just was always up on the latest thing, pretty much until I was a late teenager. I kind of got out of it, but
Yeah, me too.
yeah, video games were my life. I remember having breakdown moments of yelling at my mom as a kid, I want this game, and no, we can't afford it, and buy me the fucking game, and you're a little asshole. Yeah. So, yeah, they were, a big part of my life as a kid. So that's probably why I'm 30, almost 36 now, and I'm doing this.
right.
Video games.
Yeah.
Fucking
Aaron?
hard is where it started.
Aaron, we haven't done this with Aaron yet, so Aaron, you have to do this too.
All right. When I was a kid, the first thing I ever played was the PC because my mom was Intel, my dad.
Oh,
was
what up?
We didn't even have PCs.
Fucking Master Race over here.
No,
Yeah,
I
I know.
started out Master Race, but my favorite game I ever played was the very first I can remember was fucking Doom, the original Doom. Fun.
Yeah.
And then I went to
Wolfenstein,
Doom
man.
2.
Wolfenstein 3D.
That game's awful.
Whoa.
Come on,
Play
that
just
shit.
put it out there. That game's
Monkey
awful.
Island.
Hated that game.
It was awesome back then.
No, it wasn't.
No.
But then, like as time went on, like a little gamer, I decided to go down to PC, not PC, but Nintendo. My other like
Wait, how old? You had a Nintendo?
yes. So the Nintendo, the NES one, yes, I had one.
Really?
I played games like
Because you're like 10 years younger than we are.
I.
What year were you born?
Yeah.
He must have picked it up
87.
used.
So the NES
He
had
must have picked
already
it up
been out
used.
like forever. You didn't start on Super Nintendo or
Nope.
anything?
I was a
Wow.
Nintendo. I started off with Mario Brothers, Mario Brothers 2, Mario Brothers 3. Fuck 2, by the way.
It was awesome. What are you
Fuck
talking
you.
about?
I hated that game.
That's because he's
Seriously.
young.
But
Yeah.
whatever. That game was
Yeah.
super hard. It was.
You know what?
No, it wasn't.
I can
You beat that game many times.
I can,
Killing Toad
I can
in the end.
explain
Hey,
this.
you know,
I can
you know.
explain why Nintendo. Because, do you have an older sibling?
I have one older sibling, but he does not play video games.
Oh.
much.
Well,
Poor
it's probably
guy.
easier to get a young console for a little kid cheaper than having to pay for the newer
Well,
console.
here's the
probably.
thing. Ours was a shared console, but in reality, it started off as both of ours, but I kind of slowly took it over. I bought all the games. I bought all the controllers. I bought all the upgrades. I pretty much took over the thing. But I played other games like Heavy Barrel and Knight Rider and Fester's Quest for the NES, and then I went
Fester's
to
Quest. Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
Fester's
I remember
Quest
that.
was
Fester's
great.
Quest. But then
Spy Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember that game. I think it was
I
fun.
haven't thought about
But then I
Fester's
went up to
Quest.
Super
Yeah,
Nintendo
it was
and I
great.
played games like Spawn, Turtles in Time. We mentioned that in an earlier episode. What was another one?
Rocking the Ninja Turtle shirt.
TMNT.
2014. This year.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yes, I also went to 64. Then eventually got a PS2. I should have mentioned 64. My favorite game for that was Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Epic game.
I love the game.
Oh, well, let's not get too far into that.
Yeah.
Let's start back at Ron here.
Fine.
There's our favorite game of all time.
Whoa.
Dun dun dun.
Ah, gosh, I have to say Ocarina of Time.
Whoa.
Or-
Yeah,
What
I
a
mean,
coincidence.
Why?
it's just
Not Super Metroid.
Super Metroid for the time was definitely my favorite, but Ocarina of Time does have a beat. Although I will say that I did shed a little tear for Super Metroid there at the end.
That's such a great,
You
yeah.
got
Oh, God.
Dusty?
Yeah.
Well-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, and the thing
It
is, there's
was.
no
That's-
dialogue in it or anything.
That
so
was one of the
you go
first
through
like,
it.
emotional games.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess I just wasn't prepared for that. There was just no such thing. But yeah, anyways, back to it. Ocarina of Time, I mean, it was new in the mechanics, and the story was there, the action was there, the characters were right, and it was really the last game that I liked because of Nintendo's lack to evolve the game. But it's the perfect game to me. Perfect.
And this is on
Right-
64?
64, yeah. I mean, Link riding on a horse, drawing his bow and shooting bad guys and stuff, and it was just awesome. Awesome.
I don't know what it is about Zelda. I've just never.
I'm guessing you can
what's
buy
the
it
last
on
one
the
you played?
Wii U's Virtual Console.
the
Maybe you
last
should
one I
give it a
bought
shot.
was. I
played
played
through any
the
of them?
two. I just played the two on Nintendo.
Just the.
Regularly, I've never played the Super whatever
See,
one.
and gosh, I mean, those were.
Well,
They
I
were good,
seriously,
but-
like even back when we were like hanging out way back,
Yeah.
I didn't even really game that much back then. I mean, I played a little bit of video games. And then when I went out, out of high school and into college and stuff, I didn't play video games at all. I played a little bit of racing games on PC. Like
So that's why
rally stuff.
you missed those, because you were.
I
just
I
weren't
don't
playing
play.
at all.
Yeah, we played some Driver. Jason
Hell
had
yeah.
the camera throws out Driver because he used to do some Driver. But I really didn't start playing video games hardcore until I got a PS2. That was
Not really. So you just missed it.
yeah. I mean, I collect all of it. I mean, I have an N64, and I have a bunch of consoles. There's just I feel like graphically and story wise, it wasn't clicking for me yet. And then when I played Metal Gear Solid 2, that's when my world changed, and it's like, oh, this could be actually something. Because as a
Yeah.
filmmaker, I have this like visual and like story thing that like is
Yeah,
important to me. And like when it starts, and maybe those games do click, and maybe I just didn't. I don't know what it is.
Well, that was before games were really bringing in this sort of, epic, somatic
Right.
stories.
Right.
But, Nintendo does have a way of telling a story without any real dialogue.
Right. Right.
They just kind of go through it. And I will say this. If you recommend a game for me, any game you want, I'll play through it. I'd like you to play through that. And it's not a long game.
I had to find it, but yeah, I would play through it.
Yeah.
I'll play through it. I just have to find
You
it.
should.
That's probably
It's great.
That's probably like a $30 game at a RetroCon
Yeah.
now. It's like it's
Oh,
like
more
not gonna be
than
cheap.
that, probably. Yeah.
Well, you can
buy
get it
buy
on
it on the
Virtual
Virtual
Console, too.
Console.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I think you can buy it for $15.
I would assume it's on the Wii U at this point.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Probably. Justin, we've given you time to think about it.
We know what it's going to be.
It's gonna be Grand Theft Auto, but I mean, which one?
Jeez. Oh, leave the poor guy alone.
No, I'm gonna let go of Grand Theft Auto right now because
No, but would it be? No, don't betray Grand Theft Auto. If it Grand Theft Auto,
No, if
you
it's
have, if
great.
one of those games in that series is your favorite game, don't throw it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't let's push it
Your
out.
your favorite
No, I don't
is
want.
important.
I don't dislike Grand Theft Auto like that.
no, but see, okay, well, fine, then Grand Theft Auto 5.
Grand Theft Auto 5,
But
hands down, is better than all the other ones.
well, there's just one game that always sticks out in my head that like had like a really big impact on me that I thought was just a very epic game, a very different kind of game, a game that's unusual unlike any other kind of games ever made. And I've always said that this is, in my opinion, the best game ever made for the PlayStation 2. And so I want to say, okay, Grand Theft Auto 5, but second place would be Shadow of the Colossus.
I love that game.
Is got to be one of the best games I've ever played. That game's fucking amazing. And they were supposed to be working on another...
They're making... those guys are working on another game.
Legends of the Guardian.
Legends of the Guardian, but that has really... It's not like a sequel or anything. It's just like from the...
No, but
It's
just
the
that
same
kind of...
team.
Yeah, just... And so, yeah, I mean, as you guys were talking, I was thinking about it, and God of War was really cool. Silent Hill 2 was really awesome for me, but Shadow of the Colossus was just like... It's one of those games where you finish and you feel like... You know, you walk out of a really good movie and it makes you feel like inspired to like take on the world. Like a video game usually doesn't do that, but for me it was like, what an incredible, amazing story to be a part of.
This is one of those games. I feel really guilty because that's one of those games I've played halfway.
Oh, you need to complete
and I've never
it.
completed.
It's so
I just
wonderful.
have not. I
And
even
it's
have
hard. It's
I
not
even
easy.
have the
It's
HD remake on PS3, so that's why I played it again because because the game's so well regarded. I gave it as a gift to my brother because he had a PS2. He just moved it with my mom and he was looking to play some video games. And this is a great video game. He really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, but then it's just one of those ones on my pile that other stuff comes in and I'm just like, it's just one of those things.
It doesn't take
and I feel
long
bad.
to beat.
I feel bad about it.
It doesn't take long. It's just
No.
there's the last level, or at least one of the few last levels were pretty difficult.
Some of the bosses are pretty difficult.
Especially when
Colossi.
when you have a boss that you have to get to a certain point and then you like fall off and start all over again. I mean, that gets kind of frustrating, but...
Well, we gotta treat this like this episode is someone's first episode, so you gotta tell us, why is Grand Theft Auto 5 your flat out favorite game of all time?
It just has to be story, character, replay value, graphics, music, environment, online playability. I think that's enough right there. I mean, you can't really count more than on fingers on one hand for why a game is awesome, and I'm at 6.
Come on, keep going.
I don't
movies.
know. We've already had I think I kind of described it when we did the Grand Theft Auto show where I said
No,
that
I know.
Grand Theft Auto was a game unlike any other kind of game out there. People try to be like Grand Theft Auto, and nobody will ever be what Grand Theft Auto is.
Rockstar does do well.
For
what they do it well.
Right. It's like
They need to do another Red Dead.
Hell yeah.
It's a different. Their studio. It's a different studio.
Yeah. So
Have you played through Grand Theft Auto 5?
I have it. I played through most of it, and then I loaned it out to someone else who was on the panel for the Grand Theft Auto 5. Jason, who was supposed to be here tonight, but he had a concert. He played through it. He started to play through it, but I haven't finished it.
Yeah.
And I played online.
But I'd like to play through it more. I mean, the story seems to be legit,
I'd like to try it out.
and the gameplay. I mean, I think it'll be great.
Obviously, Ron hasn't seen the episode. I feel like it's Grand Theft Auto greatest hits. I feel like all those characters are just characters we've already experienced. I want
Trevor? Really?
Well, Trevor's just us.
I like Trevor.
But Trevor's just us, is my opinion. So it's like us in the game with greatest hits, and I want them to do something new. Why can't one of the characters be a hero or a female or I don't know. I just feel like they just keep going back to the well. That's my only complaint with 5. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not the same one. I won't give you that.
But it's a good game. I would not argue that it's not a good game. There's no bugs. It's beautiful.
I mean,
It's
have
fun
you
to
ever
be
been
in.
so excited for a game to come out, and then when it came out, it was actually more than you thought it would be? Is there ever a game that's
Has
ever
there
done
been?
that to you?
Skyrim.
Where you were you were already excited, you were going to explode in your pants when you found out that the game was coming out. And then
Really?
it actually does, and
Grand
it was
Theft Auto
even
5
more
didn't do
than
that
that.
for me.
God of War.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 3.
It did for me.
I know what you're saying. I'm hoping that the new
Yeah.
Metal Gear Phantom Pain does that, but
You know, when Soundgarden
hoping.
released, this
I'm
is
hoping.
not video games, but when Soundgarden
Me
got
too.
back together
Me
and
too.
released a new album, I was pumped.
Mm.
And then when I heard it, I was like,
wow,
it just-
what a punch in the
it just
nuts.
missed-
It's
yeah.
like you grab your dick and just
And one day for me, that's Grand Theft Auto is going to do that. So at that moment in time, Grand Theft Auto 5 will still be the best game.
All right, Aaron, favorite game all time. We don't care. All right, just kidding.
Alright,
Probably stole his.
Yeah, but it's probably going to be Turtles in Time for the Super Nintendo. I heard they made an HD remastered for Xbox 360, but something about it just didn't look right. I'm still going to say...
Serious?
That Jared showed it to me, like...
No, but like that's seriously your favorite game of all time.
I played it multiple times. It's the only game I ever went to the highest difficulty and played it and beat it. That's the only game I ever did that with.
Not even Mass Effect 2?
I'm sorry, but I
You didn't play through that on hard?
No. That game is hard on medium mode at times.
I'm gonna be honest on this one here. I think they have those Ninja Turtle arcade games, and I actually really like that actual first NES Ninja Turtle game way better.
And
Like
the
the-
arcade
like the
version?
The first Turtles
No,
side scroller.
The side scroller one on
Yeah,
NES where you
that
pick
was
the
cool.
hits pause and you can select the four
It was
turtles.
great, yeah.
It's these are Ninja Turtles, but it's like but all those games,
That was
all
a
those other
neat
games
game.
were like kind of the same, you know. You fight, you kick, you do the special move.
Yeah, you
and
just attack,
attack.
jump, kick.
There's something about and I hated the game when I first got it because like you play the arcade game and you're like, oh yeah, and then it's coming to Nintendo and you buy it and you get it for Nintendo. I got it for my like Christmas or my birthday or something. And it's like, what the fuck is this? It's not even. It's just like all the alien weird shit. There's no foot soldier. What is this? You know, and it was like so random. But as you,
Little mouse thing.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. It's just
electronic mouse thing.
it was so weird. And, like at some point, the game became so much more interesting to me than those other. Because ended up getting Turtles 2, the arcade game,
Yeah.
for the NES. But then I would play that and you beat it really quick, and then it's like, well,
Go through it again.
and so I went right back to that first Turtles game, and I was just like, I don't know. I think that game. I even recently went back and played it.
Really?
I hooked up the NES to.
Well, you just actually got me thinking about that because I hadn't played that game for years.
Oh no!
But-
I hooked it back up, and I was like,
yeah.
I sucked me in for like a couple hours.
Game
actually.
night.
Seriously,
Yeah.
sucked me in for a couple
Dude,
hours.
it's the game that Christian Slater stays up all night playing in the hotel room when he's
Oh,
fucking
really?
with his father in the wizard.
Shut up.
I'm serious.
Oh, I guess I hadn't really talked
They
about.
argued about it.
One of the things I forgot, and I know you guys. I made Justin watch this, and I brought it up. I should have brought this up at what we've been up to, but like Valve released last week or a couple weeks ago, that documentary Free to Play, which I really liked. Did you like it? I haven't heard back from
I
you.
got halfway through it.
Oh, and you
It was
bailed on
longer than I thought. No, I just
Longer?
got tired. And
It's,
fell
it's only like
asleep.
70 minutes long.
Where'd you get it from?
I-
Or where's it? What's it
YouTube,
on?
it's free. YouTube free.
Really?
Or if you have a Steam account, free on Steam.
The Street Fighter movie was shorter than that.
Maybe yeah.
That was a
maybe
good
send me a
one.
link on it. I'd be interested in that.
Oh yeah, it's
It's based on a game I've never heard of.
Well, it's about Dota 2, but it's about the competition for the $1 million, the biggest pot of money ever in a game.
Oh, okay.
And I've watched it twice already.
Really?
I think it's
I still need to check
awesome.
it out.
I
That good, huh?
I think even as a filmmaker, I feel like it's currently my favorite documentary of the year currently. And that shitty fucking backup singer documentary that won an Oscar last year, way better than that. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I know it's worth nothing, but I think it's really good, and it's really cool that Valve put it out free for everyone to watch. It's in a whole bunch of different languages, so if you know someone who speaks Chinese or whatever, but I think it's awesome.
Free to play.
Free to play, and it's about Dota 2. So I don't know anything about Dota. I mean, I know Dota 2 is a MOBA, and I understand that it's this kind of PvP game, but I didn't really know that much about it. But even going into it, I was just like,
Have any of us ever played a MOBA?
No.
the only one I played was the Lord of the Rings one that was free on PSN.
I never tried.
But it's not really my thing. But I feel like the three players they picked, I feel like all three of their stories is really interesting. And I don't know. I seriously, I feel like it's like a real life wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Because like there's one dude, he's got a love story going on. You have the other dude, he has one doesn't have a father, he has his mother, and the other one, well, two of them don't have their father, and it's just really interesting. I don't want to ruin it for you, but
As far as documentaries go, did you ever see King of Kong?
I've seen King of Kong. That's a great documentary.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Is it? What do you think is?
That's a great documentary. It's totally different documentary because that's two guys competing.
Yeah.
These three guys, even though they compete against each other,
It's all their
they
own
don't
individual
frame
stories.
those three against each other. They frame these three against the Chinese teams because the Chinese teams in like most like StarCraft is Korea, but I mean, China treat
Fighter.
well. But they treat their gamers like sports stars.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a whole nother level. I mean, even the movie goes into it about how like they were talking about how like one of the Chinese soccer teams was in like a big competition.
Mm-hmm.
They called in the Dota 2 players to.
Really?
Those are the ones. Those are the people that they looked up to.
Huh.
It's a kind of like a flip of. Anyway, so but no, King of Kong's a great documentary.
Indie game.
I have that
Indie
on-
Game's a great documentary.
I have that King of Kong on DVD if anyone wants to borrow it and watch it.
It's a great
Yeah,
documentary.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I've watched
Indie-
it multiple times.
Yeah.
Indie Game. That's on Netflix. That's a great. That's
Is
a
it?
great gaming documentary. Like probably one of the best. Indie Game. And then
Yeah, cue it up, bro, on your
Indie
PS4.
Game. Yeah, that's on Netflix. The free to play is on YouTube. And then what's the other really good one? There's the Minecraft one, the story of Mojang. That's a pretty
Yeah.
good documentary as well, if you're into Minecraft at all. But
And the
Well, you
Street
don't
Fighter
even have
one's
to
great.
really
the Street
be
Fighter
into it.
one's
It's
pretty good.
really
That's on YouTube too. The
You
Street
made us
Fighter.
watch that a while back.
There's a lot
Yeah,
of cool
it's fun
documentaries
to
out there
watch,
for
actually.
gaming.
It was that was kind of like for the anniversary of Street Fighter and
Dude, I used to
Capcom.
be huge in Street Fighter, so I'd be
Oh.
interested in that one.
No, that was done by Area 51, but it's on. I think it's on the Capcom YouTube page. If you go to our Coach Co-op Facebook page, it should be posted somewhere. I think. But anyway,
cool.
There's a lot of great documentaries about video games out right now. And I think it's really awesome.
There's also a lot of great shows about video games.
You think so?
On YouTube. I think so.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. Well, we
There's a few of them
can
out
do some
there.
shout outs? Do some shout outs to other shows on YouTube? We can do that. I don't care.
Why not? Well, we've already kind of done one. Metal Jesus Rocks, who I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, so it's funny because like when we were when I had been just thinking about doing a game show or a show about video games, and I wasn't sure how to do it. But like Justin was like, I think he was over hanging out one night and we were just drinking or something, and he was like, you should gotta watch this Metal Jesus Rocks. I was like, all right, whatever. And he kind of played it for me, but I wasn't interested. But then like a few weeks later, it pulled up in my queue again, and I was just like, I started watching. I was like, this is really interesting, and this guy is getting a bazillion views, and I was like, well, I don't want to do a show like his. I don't want to do that kind of show because he just basically, I got this and I got this and I have this and these are like the 45,000 games I bought this week, and he just like all these, because he's a collector, he's a hardcore collector, but it's like he kind of inspired me. It's like, well, why don't I just make it my own show? So Metal Jesus is one of those shows. I like the LGN Defender. He's the guy that defends all the LGN Nintendo games like Jaws and Punisher and X-Men. It's pretty brutal.
Jaws,
but he's so
brutal.
funny. I find him, he's so loud and I don't know, there's something about him I find him interesting, but I don't know. What else do you watch, Justin?
I watched another one called Game Chasers,
I don't watch
which
that
is kind of like Metal Jesus Rocks, but they know their shit. They already know what's
that's
that's like
good.
priceless, and they just go and hit up they're from Texas, and they just hit up they go to different towns.
It's like
and they hit
Pawn
up
Stars,
every
but
pawn shop,
GameStop.
every flea market, everything, and they basically just sit there and just search through it. And it's always so funny because they're like together going through it, and then the guy will go and like show it. And then the guys go, no way! And they're like, how much do you want for this game or whatever? And then the lady will be like, $1, and they know it's worth like $800 or something. Right? And they're like, oh, okay, sure, we'll give you $1 for that or whatever. And then I can't believe we got this game, because they know what what they're looking for. But it's kind of fun. It's just these two goofy guys or whatever, and they have this cameraman that works with them, and he's just like this total stoner fucking guy, and they interview him because it's kind of like one of those reality shows where they're talking about the events that are happening, so it's kind of like they interview them after it.
Do any of you guys watch?
No.
No, you guys.
I used to watch several shows, but I've been
Angry
so
Video Game
busy
Nerd? You
lately.
didn't watch Angry Video Game Nerd?
Angry
Come
Video
on,
Game
man.
Nerd, yeah, that's
He's like
one I've always
the
watched.
original video game YouTube
I always
show.
like to watch the
Who watches YouTube?
escapist
Teenage girls.
stuff.
I wish. Oh wait. Sorry, I'm a little drunk.
Inappropriate.
Inappropriate. I'll censor that.
Yeah, right.
So anything else you guys want to talk about?
You're all about censorship, aren't
Yeah, censor stuff. Right.
No, come on. Anything going on? What do you guys Well, obviously you're just gonna keep playing. Oh wait, you guys got something.
I want to start doing live streaming on Twitch here and there on weekends. So I think that'd be fun. So I think when I do finally start doing it,
I'm a little familiar with it.
I'll start posting it on the webpage. But you can follow my Twitch stream at twitch.com/ClarkAges.
Always with the plugs.
Right.
Yeah. Right there.
Could you plug the podcast too, really quick?
Why?
Okay, never mind.
We've mentioned it so many times. Couch Co-op podcast or Couch Co-op podcast .podbean.com
Or just go to iTunes.
or
Couch
iTunes.
Co-op.
Just hunt us down. You'll see our couch.
Leave us a review. That would be really awesome. Review.
Say something.
Say something. Really,
Yeah.
it's easy if you have an iTunes account. Really, you just have to. Anyway, sorry. Got to put a little plug in there.
Plug.
Ron, you play anything?
Well, I was just actually going to touch on your Twitch thing. You do that through the PS4?
Yeah.
Because there's a couple options
They
where you
have
can share.
Ustream, I think, is one. But I signed up for Twitch,
Did you?
and that's the really big one right now.
I need to go back. I set up one, and I'm pretty sure it was not Twitch.
Yeah, do
And
it
I've used it a
Twitch,
couple
and
times.
I think it'd be fun.
Like I'll own some little kids and make them cry, and then post it
Yeah.
for my buddies to watch.
Yeah.
I know why I jumped from PS4 to Xbox One, because Xbox is now doing that thing where like they put you on what is that? They're now like taking them away. They put you on the bad server?
Yeah, they
Or
put you on a different server.
No, but there's something
Oh,
else.
really?
I don't
There
know.
was something. What was the
The
other
bad boy
thing?
You
server?
get punished.
Oh no, I can't remember.
You're in
what it was.
timeout.
No, there's the ratings now, and like if you get rating, you actually get
People hate you.
Well, people hate you, but then if people hate you, then you also get taken. You get restricted from actual like Xbox Live. Certain like you can't game on certain things, or they actually are taking privileges away, which is like whoa. But there was another game. Oh, it was Titanfall. Where like if you but it's only for PC. If you download the Titanfall PC cheat, it's like a super aim or something. Like you just auto aim. It's like you will be.
geez.
It won't tell you,
How lame
but if
is
you
that?
have that
Yeah,
aim, it'll just
does that.
automatically put you in a room with all the same dudes with that aim.
Oh, okay.
So your cheat better be really awesome because
You know.
I like that.
because
That's
everyone
great.
else has got a perfect cheat aim on.
That's awesome.
But you gonna be playing
Good job,
anything? What are you
Microsoft.
playing?
Right now, just the Battlefield right now, but I'm looking to branch out. There's not a lot available for the PS4 right now.
Right.
I recently went
Does that bother
through
you?
Give it time.
a little bit, but I mean, it's to be expected.
Do you always buy a launch console? So you should be kind of used to this if you buy a
Well,
launch
I
console.
think
Yeah,
I think
I am.
Mercenary Kings is
But
free
that's why
for
I'm kinda-
Plus today,
Is it?
and that's one I'm looking forward to. It's like kind of a
you have Plus?
2D
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah, you
shooter.
have to play online.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
That's,
that's
true, that's
right.
true. But you get all that free content too. Though. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, no, it's cool. And there's some of the games in there, they're little like indie games, and some of them kind of suck, but some are really cool.
Well, Outlast? That game was awesome.
Cool. Oh
Yeah.
god, that's cool and
You'd
creepy.
probably piss yourself playing
Oh,
that. 'cause
God.
You're
God,
like a
fucking-
little chicken shit when it comes to all the
Fucking
scary
Metro.
games.
I would have been playing Metro last night, and that thing's been fucking freaking me out. Holy
Because of the
shit.
spiders.
But then I recently
Yeah.
went and played Last of Us, which probably everyone
I
here has
love
played.
that
But that was a
game.
great game.
Great game.
Us three.
It's not good.
You didn't like it?
No.
Did you play?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the
loved it.
game. It's fun.
It's been announced. I think I'm not sure if it's a rumor or not, but if there's going to be a definitive
PS4
edition on
definitive edition with all
PS4.
the DLC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't care for it.
You remember that time when we were at Fred Meyer's and I was like looking at the 360
Xbox,
games?
Yeah.
And I was like, God, I keep looking for this game
It's like,
because it's so good
It's
and
excellent.
it's always out.
No.
And I'm like, you're like, what's it called? And I'm like, Last of Us. And you're like, because that's just PS3 only. And I was like, what? Bullshit.
Yes, Naughty Dog.
Did you ever play through it?
No, I don't. I have a 360.
Yeah.
I want to
So
play
good.
it.
Yeah, it's good. I picked it up right when the price dropped for like $30, played through it, and then sold it on eBay
It's
for like
won a ridiculous
$30.
amount of awards. and
It's
all
great.
that.
What didn't you like
it's
about it?
Wonderful.
We don't want to get
Isn't it a zombie game?
I think this is a top.
Well, it's a zombie game, so that's
I
I hate zombies just in general. So.
Oh, yeah.
Zombies
I know, I've heard
have
about
been
that.
worn out quite a
Yeah.
bit.
But
I'm
I
surprised
feel
they
like
held on so long.
I feel like, Uncharted, because it's basically an Uncharted game, but it's built with this different story. I feel like the Uncharted games, the shooting mechanic is just. I think the gameplay mechanics are just really bad. I don't think they're that great. And I just feel like it's only getting this great story thing because it's like. it's just like I feel like it's any 70s sci-fi trope that I've already seen before. And so it's like, for me, I feel like it wasn't that special. I think it looks good, but I'm tired of like, I don't know. I just don't think it was that great of a game. I think in a couple years it'll be forgotten and it won't hold any candle to like Portal or Portal 2 or these like actual games that meant something. You know, even Grand Theft Auto for that matter. I think Grand Theft Auto was better than Last of Us. So.
That was fine.
All right.
I'll just
Compliment.
yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know.
I enjoyed it. I played through it in like 2 days.
It took me one,
I
and
couldn't
was
stop
just like
playing it. I just loved the characters and the acting and the storytelling was so well
Yeah, it was
done.
great, and there's just a few characters in it, and I think they really did a really good job building the relationships. And
That's what people say, and that's I guess. I don't know. Justin, what are you playing? Next week, you just gonna keep playing Grand Theft Auto? You got something new coming up?
You gonna play Yaiba?
I'm gonna play Saboteur or Brutal Legend.
Are you really?
Yes.
I can let you borrow Brutal Legend.
And Final Fantasy, you're gonna finish Final Fantasy?
I hope so. I hope so.
Really? Any last comments from the crowd that wants to just crucify me? Because I guess our timer's up and my cameraman is telling me to.
Subscribe, share, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I'll do that in the ins and outs later.
Sweet.
But yeah, hey guys,
sweet.
another episode, probably the longest episode yet.
Yeah.
Yay! Turtle power.
It was fun.